Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my December empties and the end of the year / move declutter. Now if you wonder where is all of my stuff from my vanity, so I used to have some jewelry back here. I have packed it away, and over here I do have some makeup that I'm going to be needing during the rest of this week. So yeah, today I will be sharing with you my December empties, but also some products I have decided to declutter. This time I do have quite much because we are moving now to a new home, and also it's going to be a new decade, and I do have some makeup that I don't want to have it anymore. I kind of feel guilty of decluttering sometimes, like I may think that I need to use it up, but in the end of the day, if applying a certain makeup product doesn't make me happy, then I should not keep it. But yeah, let's get to my empties first, and I will say that this month I have skipped most of my project pan updates. So the updates I skipped are Throwback 30, Roulette Pan collab, and also the Fellowship of the Pan. I will be filming updates for all of those projects next month, but I will say that I do have some empties and also some declutters for products that are in those projects. So if you are interested, keep watching. Okay, so let's start with makeup empties. I do have 3. First, my Baby Panda palette, so the BH Cosmetics Neutral Eyes to Go 6 color eyeshadow palette. I filmed a finale for this one, so I can link it down below so you can see my journey with this palette, but it is now all gone. Then I finished this bronzer that was in my Roulette Pan collab. So this is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder for lighter skin, and it is now all gone. I'm really happy about that because I used to like this bronzer a lot when I got it, but now I'm not so much into it anymore. I prefer a bronzer that has a little bit more neutral tone to it. This one was quite orange, and also I prefer bronzer that is satin finish or a little bit shimmery, and this one is matte. I like matte bronzer to contour with, but for that I do have the Balm Bahama Mama. Then I finished the highlighter I put into my 5 by New Year's project pan. I was supposed to film a finale for that project, but I'm going to talk about the products in this video. I finished 4 of the products, 1 I am going to declutter, and 1 of the 4 products I finished is a body lotion, and I have decided not to talk about body care products because I find those are boring. Anyways, this one was a highlighter, the Potet from the Balm Voyage 2 eyeshadow palette, and I have been wearing this a lot, and now it's all gone. I'm really happy I finished it. This one was the same color than the Balm Mary Luminizer that you may know I finished earlier this year, and that is going to be one of the first products I will be repurchasing in 2020 when my Nova year is over. Okay, I finished a lot of skincare products and 2 hair care products, so let's talk about the hair care products first. So I finished a conditioner. This one is from Giovanni and it is from their Ultra Sleek line. I think this conditioner was okay, but overall I don't like conditioners. I just think they are not as nice as hair masks because I do have a really damaged hair. That is the price you have to pay for having a platinum blonde hair. It is not going to be in great condition, and what I find is that it looks best when I use masks. So I think in future I'm not going to be buying conditioners anymore. I rather use a really small amount of a hair mask. And another reason why I wouldn't buy this one again is that I have decided to buy more products locally, and this one I need to get from iHerb, and I think conditioner is something I could totally get from Finland or at least from a European retailer, so I wouldn't get this again for that reason. But talking about hair masks, I finished this Love Beauty and Planet hair mask. This is their Hope and Repair 2-minute magic mask, and I think this is awesome. I actually finished it today. It really makes my hair so smooth and silky. However, the cruelty-free status of this brand is really unclear, and that's why I'm not going to be buying from this brand again. Then let's talk about the skincare products. I'm going to show you both the empties and the declutters at the same time. So I do have here two eye makeup removers. Let's start with my holy grail. This is the Alba Even Advanced Eye Makeup Remover. There's actually a little bit left, but I think I'm going to be finishing this one up during the next week or so. So before we have actually moved. This one is my holy grail for so many reasons. First of all, this one really works. It takes everything off really quickly. You don't have to wipe your eyes like crazy. It really does the job gently. And it doesn't irritate my eyes at all. That is really important for me. Many times I find eye makeup removers and micellar waters stinging my eyes, and this does not do that whatsoever. And also what is really important in this one is that it's oil free, and I previously wouldn't have minded that so much. However, I'm going to take lash extensions to make my everyday life a little bit quicker and easier. So it is recommended that you use oil-free products like eye makeup removers and things like that if you have on lash extensions. So this is my holy grail, and this is one of those products I need to get from iHerb, but for me this is worth it because I have not found anything that works as nice. Now I do have here another eye makeup remover, and this is also from iHerb. This is the Derma Essentials makeup remover. I do have just a little bit of this left, but I'm going to declutter the rest of this. This one I cannot use as an eye makeup remover because this one stings my eyes. What I have been using this for is to wipe off the fallout if I have from doing my eyeshadow, and also if I have been swatching makeup to my hand, then I have taken it off with this one, but it's something I don't want close to my eyes, so it's not worth it to move this little bit with me. Then I do have two cleansers that I used up. These are both from Acure, and I do have a new of both of these. Actually, this one is not quite gone. There's maybe like 2 or 3 uses left here, but I will be using it up in only a couple of days. These I'm not quite sure if I will be purchasing in future. As I said, I want to buy more products locally, and I want to try to find a cleanser that works for my skin from Finland. But at the same time, I do really like at least this one. So this one is the Acure Incredibly Clear Charcoal Lemonade Cleansing Clay, and I love this. I always wash my face with this one in the morning because I really feel it cleanses my face well, but without making my face feel dry. So I love it. I do have a new tube of this one, and this lasted on me like almost 6 months, I think. I only use it on mornings though. So I don't know if I will repurchase it, maybe, because it's not something I need to buy very often. So maybe it's worth it to order it from iHerb, but I need to think about it. This one I don't think I'm going to buy again. I do have a new tube of this, but I don't like it that much. I just think this is one of those cleansers that doesn't quite clean your face well enough. I use this in the evenings and I use it with an oil cleanser, but I just don't think this is anything that special for my skin type and for my needs that I should keep ordering it from the US. Okay, then I do have a toner here. This is also ordered from iHerb, and it is the Derma Essentials Radiance Toner. And this one has been my holy grail. However, I'm not going to buy it again. I do have one full bottle that I'm going to be using up, but after that I'm not going to buy this for a couple of reasons. Again, this is something I would need to order from US, and I am sure I can find a toner that I can buy from Finland. The reason I have been buying this is that it does not have alcohol in it, and that is something I believe in. I don't think there should be alcohol in a toner, but at the same time this one is supposed to be like brightening and exfoliating toner, and I don't really think it does anything like that. and I have now tried some products from The Ordinary. So my sister gifted me the lactic acid treatment, and that one really does a good job exfoliating my face, and I have just realized that I'm good with that if I use it a couple of times a week. The next product I have is a day cream from Mossa. This is their Youth Defense Day Cream, and I did not like this whatsoever. This one contains alcohol denat and it was pretty high in the ingredients list. Unfortunately, I don't have the ingredients list over here because it was in the outer cardboard packaging, but I just don't like it that brands put alcohol into their moisturizers. I really noticed that it's not good for my skin. My skin was really dry and irritated from the alcohol, and when I finished this one and moved to another moisturizer that does not have alcohol in it, my skin has been so much better, so would not recommend. That's also for me a good learning experience, that always before purchasing a new skincare product I should read the ingredients list and not only the claims that the product have, because I don't know, I feel brands often they promise you such great things with their products, and then when you actually look at the ingredients, they're not that great. Another product I have here is the Acure Radically Rejuvenating Whipped Night Cream. I think this is okay. The reason I bought this one in the first place and why I now do have the new tube of this one that I'm going to use up is that this one contains peptides, and I have heard that those are good for anti-aging. However, I bought from The Ordinary their Buffy serum, and that one has peptides in it also, so I don't think I need this anymore. I really wanted to love this, but it's not really that heavy duty that I need during winter. I just feel when I use this and when I wake up next morning, if I have not used oils, my skin is really dry. Then I do have some face masks over here. So these were all in project pans. First, let's talk about this one. This is the Derma Essentials Overnight Peel. There's still a little bit of this left, but I really dislike this product so much. It does nothing good for my skin. Every time when I use it, my skin feels really dehydrated in the morning and I see no benefits whatsoever. So I don't want to put it to my face anymore. This one was, by the way, in my Throwback 30 project pan, and I did use it quite a lot, but I never liked it. In the summer I used it on my back because I didn't want it close my face. So yeah, that tells something. Then another product from Derma that I finished is this microdermabrasion scrub. I have liked some products from Derma that I have used. I mean, I have a lot of Derma products in this empties video, and it may sound that I don't like the brand, but the fact that I have tried this many products from them shows that I do believe in what they are doing. They are cruelty-free, all vegan, more eco-friendly brand, and some of their products have worked really nice for me. But this scrub, honestly, I think this is really overhyped. So as you can see, it's gone. I did put this product into my 5 by New Year's project pan, and I just think it's way too harsh for my face, so I used it to exfoliate my back because I do have a little bit of acne in my back. I think many people love this scrub and say that it's like nice and gentle and not too harsh, but I just think it was way too harsh for me. The exfoliates here are really small, but at the same time they are really hard. Another product I finished up is this Andalou Avococoa Skin Food Mask, and this one was also in the 5 by New Year's project pan. This one I actually liked more. So this one was a face mask that smells like chocolate. It smells so good, and I really noticed that when I used this, my skin felt moisturized and nourished and looked nice. But in the end of the day, I'm starting to get over masking. I'm right now getting more into serums and that kind of stuff that you use daily. Then the last empty I do have here, there's actually really little bit left, is a base coat for nail polish, but it's really difficult to get out, so I count it as empty. This one is from Essence and I have repurchased it. I do really like it. I don't believe you need to have an expensive base coat, but I really can see the difference on the way my nail polish wears when I do have a base coat and top coat. You might think that it's too much effort to apply so many layers, but then you don't need to do your nails so often, so yeah, it's worth it for me at least. Okay, then let's move on to my makeup declutter. So the rest of the declutters that I have are makeup, and then there's like some tools, and then one nail polish. Let's start with eyeshadow palettes. I'm decluttering 4 of them. I have actually talked about these previously. So 2 I decided to declutter in the Shop My Shadows finale video. So these were in my rotation in December. So first, the Berry and Fall in Love eyeshadow palette. I think this is pretty nice. I'm very often surprised by the quality, but everything that is going on here I do have somewhere else in my collection. Another palette that I'm going to declutter is this Weaker Icon eyeshadow palette. This one I just don't think is that great quality. There are a couple of eyeshadows I really do enjoy, but the rest of the shadows I don't like. And I think this palette is something that if I declutter it, I'm not going to miss it at all. Then I'm going to declutter this Juvia's Place The Masquerade Mini Eyeshadow Palette. This one I mentioned in my ranking my eyeshadow palettes video that I will declutter it. It's just the color story is not my thing. I love Juvia's Place, but these colorful eyeshadows I'm not going to be using that often, and then I just feel guilty for having this but not using them. Then all of these warm neutrals I do have somewhere else in my collection. And actually I asked today if my sister wants to take it, and she wants it. She was really excited. So that makes me really happy that I do have a new home for this one. Then another palette I'm going to declutter is this Revolution Iconic Division eyeshadow palette. This one I thought that I'm going to keep, but then when I was editing my eyeshadow palette ranking video, I noticed that I have really hard time finding something nice to say about this palette, so I thought it's not worth it for me to keep this. Everything that is neutral in this palette I have somewhere else in my collection. What I don't have are the greens. However, I don't really wear green eyeshadow so often that I need to keep this for those. I really don't like the quality of this as much as my other eyeshadows, and I don't even like the color story that much. So this one I am going to declutter. Okay, the next thing is this. So this is the Aura Glow Up Highlighter Palette. So this one came with 4 highlighters, so 1 full size and 3 minis. The minis I took out and put into my Magnetic Face palette that has blushes and highlighters in it. So the minis were Star Island, Rodeo Drive and Blissful. Now there is 1 full size here, and it is the Beverly Hills highlighter, and I just don't like that it's a wheel like this, because I do have a really fluffy fan brush that I use to apply highlighter. I just don't like those small highlighter brushes, and for my big chubby fan brush this doesn't work. So because of that I decided to take off the minis because they fit into my magnetic palette now, and this one I'm going to be decluttering. Okay, I have a couple of other things I'm going to ask if my sister needs. So lash glues. Now as I told you, I'm going to take lash extensions, so I don't need lash glues anymore, and these are unopened. I do have one from Ardell that is meant for individual lashes. I bought it accidentally when I was meant to buy lash glue for strip lashes. But then I also do have one of these black House of Lashes lash glues. I do have currently open 1 black and 1 clear House of Lashes lash glues, and I love House of Lashes lash glues. That is in my opinion the best lash glue ever. Okay, then I do have here a couple of tools. So first are these false lash applicators. Even if I didn't take the extensions, I found that these are like really difficult to use. I do use tweezers. I do have separate tweezers for my brows and for my false lashes because I like to use tweezers that are not too sharp for my false lashes so that I don't hurt myself. Then I do have a couple of products from Real Techniques. These are like from some sort of a skincare set from them. One is a brush for face masks, and as I said, I'm over masking. I don't need this. And another thing is this kind of under eye ball thing. Now this one is kind of like a nice idea, but what is my biggest issue with this one is that the ball over here is not moving. So yeah, I don't like that. Oh, I do have here one more eyeshadow that I'm going to declutter. I went through my single eyeshadows and there is one that I decided to declutter. This one is a Luge eyeshadow from Prisha Cosmetics and it is called Page 394. So this is inspired by Severus Snape. It is from the Boy Who Lived collection. And the reason I decided to declutter this one is that I just don't really like this color. This one is like a really deep, kind of like a charcoal color. And it's really smoky. I'm really not into this kind of eyeshadow. And if I want to wear something like this, I do have my Urban Decay Naked Smoky Eyeshadow palette. Then I decided to declutter two blushes. These are both from my Magnetic Face palette. This one I put into my 5 by New Year's project pan. As you can see, there's still product left. I did use it quite a bit. At the moment I started panning it, I started hating it. I don't know, blush is just for me the hardest product ever to pan. This one actually was in my Pan That Face palette. I don't know if you watched that in the beginning of the year. It was a real struggle. I managed to hit pan on two of the blushes and then I was like done with that. And this one was one of the blushes I hit pan on and it's a really beautiful neutral blush. But one reason why I'm not the biggest fan of this is that I actually do like shimmery blush more than matte blush. And then I always want my blush to kind of like match the rest of my makeup. So yeah, I just don't like panning blushes because I would not wear the same blush every single day anyways. So I have learned my lesson that I should not try pan blushes anymore, but I'm really happy that I made so much progress. And then this blush that I decided to declutter is depotted from the Balm Voyage 2 eyeshadow palette and it is called Doprodosly. This is a really beautiful color. It is this gorgeous kind of like more cooler toned pink and it has a little bit of sheen in it. However, because I do have really light skin tone, this one is just like a clownish color on me and that's why I never wear it. And then I do have here one nail polish. This one is the China Glaze nail polish in the shade One Track Mind. This one was in my rolling project polish last fall and winter. Then I rolled it out because I wanted to roll in something more springy. And now it's in my Throwback 30 project pan, but honestly I'm over it. I actually think it's quite nice color, so this is like a deep navy blue. However, what I don't like about this one is it's actually a good thing that it's so pigmented, but every single time I remove my nail polish my hands are super blue and it's a pain to remove because of that. I mean, with good nail polish remover it comes off, but at the same time it colors my fingers and hands. So yeah, I'm over it. Anyways, it has gone really thick and there's not much left. Okay, then the rest of the products I am going to declutter are lip products. One lip care item, and this makes me really sad. So this is the e.l.f. lip exfoliator. I do have the original clear one and I have had two of these previously, but this one is somehow off. It's like really hard and waxy and not as nice and soft and sugary as the previous ones I have had. So I don't know if I do have a bad product, like if it is a bad batch, or if they changed the formula. Let me know if you have purchased this recently. is your lip scrub really waxy and hard, and when you try to exfoliate your lips it just feels hard and like nothing comes off? I have here one lip gloss I decided to declutter. This one is the BH Cosmetics Nude Rose lip gloss in the shade Pixie. I actually do like this formula, but they have discontinued it. This one is like a nice lightweight lip gloss, but this color is not my thing. So it is this light warm baby pink, and I think it's horrible on me. I actually wore it in a video in October and I just don't like the way this looks. I do want to have a pinky nude lipstick. That's something I don't have, and that's something I'm going to buy at some point during next year. But this is just not doing the thing for me. Then I'm finally going to declutter this lipstick from Weaker Icon that I have wanted to declutter for a while, but then when I have actually been decluttering my makeup, I have kind of like been backing off because I think this one swatches really nicely. This one is a really pretty coral and it's a glossy finish. It's really comfortable to wear and it looks actually quite nice, but it's just not the most suitable color on my complexion, I think. This one is really old too. I have had this one 4 years, I think. Yeah, I think I bought this in December 2015 or January 2016. Then I decided to declutter the last lip products I do have from Colourpop. Now at some point Colourpop was really one of my favorite brands what comes to lip products until I started to notice how quickly their liquid lipsticks and lip glosses expire. I think they are smelling really horrible even like after a year you have opened them, and my other liquid lipsticks don't do that, so I don't really like that. Their lipsticks are what I like the most, and these that I'm going to declutter are their lipsticks. I really do like the Matte X formula. These two are matte formula from them. My problem is that these are really not matte formula. These are more like satin lipsticks, and these colors that I have or what I have decided to declutter are really bold and deep colors. So I'm not comfortable wearing this type of colors in this formula because it's really not matte. So I'm decluttering the shade Peach that is a really stunning chocolate brown. I really do love it. I actually think I wore it quite recently, but if I have a color this deep, I want it in a matte formula, and maybe at some point I will purchase a deep brown lipstick, but I'm going to buy something that is really matte. Then LBB is another color I'm going to declutter. This one is like a nice purple shade. And with this one, I actually don't mind the look of it being a satin. I think it looks really pretty, but I'm just so uncomfortable wearing this kind of color in this kind of formula. So yeah, that's why I never wear it. I think I have worn it like 3 times during the past about 3 years I have had it. So that shows that it's time to declutter it. Then I'm going to declutter 2 liquid lipsticks. So first is this theBalm Mid Matte Hues liquid lipstick in the shade Charming. This one was in my Rolling Lippies project pan, but I'm really over this one right now, even though it's a pretty color. But also this one is over 4 years old and it's quite gross, to be honest. The formula is really clumpy. Another liquid lipstick that I decided to declutter is this Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in Weirdo. So this is a black lipstick, and a fantasy me wants to wear a black lipstick once in a while and be like super edgy, but real life I am not going to do it. Well, I actually did wear this once. I was really inspired to wear a black lipstick by Debbie in her beautiful Christmas tag video, but then I noticed that this formula has changed. Like, this feels really dry when I applied it. Well, now it doesn't feel dry, so maybe it was just the one time I applied it, and I kind of liked the look. However, it's not something I'm going to do in real life. So I think it's time to let go of this lipstick. I mean, it was fun for a while, but now I'm just over it. Yes, I love bold lips, I love vampy lips once in a while, I love brown lipstick, I love red lipstick, I love different purples. but black is just a little bit too out there. Okay, so that was everything for today. Those were all of my empties and my declutters. As you saw, there was a lot of both. So I can't believe we have actually gone through everything. And even though I do have a little bit of guilt decluttering some of these products, at the same time I know I want to have a fresh start, and what means the most to me is that in future I know I won't be purchasing makeup the same way anymore, so I don't need to declutter. So yeah. But anyways, that was everything for today. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye bye.